Hi, folks. I'm Kerry Byrne. I'm the founder of Doug Adams. We're going to start today looking at why cancel culture hates Native Americans so much, why they spend so much time trying to tear down images of Native Americans, especially on sports teams. Of course, the Washington Redskins were the trophy. It's very simple. Cancel culture is a Marxist leftist movement. They are opposed to the United States of America. The United States of America is the great big force standing in the way of basically their global domination. They need to discredit and destroy the United States. And the way they are doing that, one of the ways they're doing that is to portray the United States as a white, racist, illegitimate colonizing power. And they've been very successful in doing that and kind of creating this cultural self-loathing. And along the way, they've destroyed the very complex history of Native American contributions to the founding of the United States. It was not just a white oppression, native victim relationship, not even close. In fact, the reason the United States was founded was a complex mix of both Native American values and European Enlightenment. It was not just European Enlightenment came here and founded this kind of new way of looking at the world, this new form of constitutional government. And it would not have happened anywhere else without the influence of Native Americans. And the examples are everywhere. We're going to learn all about this. We're going to talk about it. Most foundational to that development was the Iroquois Confederation Great Law of Peace. It's basically the first federal government. It united six tribes, warring tribes. It was basically the precursor to the United States Constitution. The founding fathers knew about it. They wrote about it. Ben Franklin wrote about it. John Adams wrote about it. Uh, Not only did they write about it, the Iroquois Confederation was part of the Second Continental Congress that declared independence from the United States. The Iroquois sent a delegation to Philadelphia. They slept at Independence Hall. They met for a month with the founding fathers. Basically, Iroquois were part of the Second Continental Congress for all practical intents and purposes. They honored each other when the delegation left on June 11th. The natives honored John Hancock. The what we call the founding fathers honored the Iroquois. That was on June 11th, the day they created the committee to draft the Declaration of Independence. Uh, we all Americans knew how complex the relationship was. They knew there was a profound Native influence on the founding of this country, and that's basically why Native symbols became such a part of American patriotism. Through one notable figure, King Tammany, Saint Tammany, who was called the patron saint of America. He was a Lenni Lenape chief. He was friends with William Penn. Their fraternal relationship was so tight that they named the capital city of the colony, Philadelphia, the city of brotherly love. King Tammany's statue is in Philadelphia today. King Tammany represented soldiers on the battlefield in the American Revolution. His statue is at the U.S. Naval Academy today. His statue lords over the honored dead at Gettysburg who fought for the Tammany Regiment in the American Civil War. His image represented the Lafayette Escadrille, the American volunteers who fought for France, American volunteer pilots who fought for France in World War One. His image is still the unit insignia of the Second Infantry Division of the United States Army today. Uh, and it's through King Tammany that uh, the image of Native Americans entered sports in the United States, first through the Boston Braves baseball team, which was bought by a man from Tammany Hall, which began as a Patriotic Society after the American Revolution. Tammany Hall, he put the image of Tammany on the Boston Braves National League baseball team uniform. 20 years later, the NFL comes, the Boston Braves, they call themselves, just like with the tradition of the era. They used the same insignia. They became later on the Boston Redskins and the Washington Redskins. And through King Tammany, the patron saint of America, that Native American imagery entered the NFL. Americans knew much of this throughout our history. It was only until the 60s or 70s we forgot this. It's all very elementary to our history. Americans knew it, and it's been canceled. It's been dropped, and that is why cancel culture hates Native Americans so much, and why they're at war with these images. And the trophy was taking the image of later portrayed as Chief John Two Guns Whitecalf, taking the image of Native Americans off the football team that played in the nation's capital. They would not have spent so much time and effort on this if it wasn't just about the symbol. It is a war on the United States. It's an attack on our foundational values. And that's why cancel culture hates Native Americans so much. We're going to learn all about this in detail, and it's going to be a hell of a ride. And I've learned a lot over the last couple of years, stuff the media won't report, stuff they wouldn't let me report. And it is devastating to cancel culture. We are going to destroy it. And I thank you for joining us.